dirt roads to rock crawling, two-buck chuck to screaming eagle, moonshine to 50-year-old single malt. We talk about it all here on Wheelin' Wine and Whiskey with your hosts, Jason and Chris.
Welcome to Wheeling Wine and Whiskey, episode 176 in the home studio. Trail Hero Chris, how are you?
You're in control of this shit show 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
Did you
love it.
Did you hit the record button?
No. Oh, yeah, I did. Oh. Hey, how about that?
God damn.
So.
Needle and thread.
Yes, and here we are.
Well, you're not here.
I'm not here. I'm at Trail Hero. Doodaloo, 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 and I'm having a fucking ball.
I hope so. You've only been packing for a month.
Yes. Ongoing. Anyways, we're recording this obviously before I leave for Trail Hero. Had to get one in the can, as we say in the podcast industry here. One in the can.
You're going to the can
because Chris is not going to make it. Not gonna work here anymore. So
and we're using this as a training opportunity to get Jason comfortable with the new fancy mixing board.
Yeah, this fancy little zoom. But it's all good, and here we go. So we're going to record episode 176, and we're going to talk. We got quite a few topics to go over here, Chris, don't we?
We have some business to conduct.
We have business. You want to do? Let's dive right into the business.
We haven't conducted business in a while.
No, you've been tardy.
Tardy? I don't feel tardy.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So, well,
all right.
We haven't had any new what do we call them? Barrel Society members.
English? Okay.
With Irate 4x4. So, we're shifting away from Patreon. Most of our patrons have shifted over to Irate 4x4,
yes.
the Barrel Society, and we thank you for that. And we love every one of you. Your support is certainly invaluable. Allows us to do things like buy fancy new remote mixing boards so that we can do new things while we're on the road, and we're testing that stuff right now. And your support makes that happen. But in the meantime, we do have a new Barrel Society member.
Excellent.
By the name of Franco Portelli.
And nice.
I believe he hails from the UK.
Really?
Yeah. I think that's our first not patron, sorry.
Our
Barrel
Society member.
Barrel Society
from UK.
Member from the UK.
United Kingdom.
We have from America. We have Australia.
We got from America?
Oh, yeah. We have a few ones in
wow.
America. And now we got somebody from the UK.
Okay.
Which is
that's awesome. Well, welcome, Franco.
Absolutely.
Thank you for your support.
And look in your mail. You're going to be getting some stickers and a little support package here pretty quick, which is stickers.
And a letter.
And a letter from our super producer, Lorenzo. Absolutely.
Lorenzo.
So look for that in the mail, and we, again, thank you for your support. And
yeah.
then, what do we got? What else you got? I think we have some...
I got a ton of stuff here.
You got some business to conduct down there. We have a voicemail, and I believe
we do have a voicemail. You just want to play it right now? Let's get right into the voicemail.
Let's play the voicemail.
So we were... it's voicemails. So what is that number? It's 408...
Right. 800...
5169. 408-800-5169 is our voicemail. And so, we encourage you to call in. It's always fun. So we had, I don't know if it's an ex-podcaster, past podcaster call in.
Oh, yeah?
I don't know if they're still podcasting.
They have a great radio voice.
It's Re-Rim. You ready?
Yeah, he's ex-podcaster.
Here we go.
Hello, Wheeling Wine and Whiskey.
Hi, Lee.
Cruising the camp. What's up, boys? Missed you out, Barrett. Would have been nice to see you guys, but luckily Jason's been out.
Would have been nice to be a Barrett.
Stuff like that. Anyways, wanted to drop some Toyotification.
Toyotification.
No.
And let you know that you thought that the pickup was the last year for the 85 solid axle vehicle.
Right.
Toyota. Fortunately, the 4Runner was an SUV, so it also had a solid axle in 1985. So, and like to say also, it's nice that Chris likes my vehicle, since you have the Land Cruiser, the 97 Land Cruiser last year that we had a solid axle in the U.S. That's all. Love to see you guys on the trail. Jason, gonna have lunch soon.
We do.
Party, give you some flasks.
Yes.
Moving on out. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go on a trip, Lee. Let's go on a trip.
I think that guy drives 10,000 miles a week.
He does put some miles down, man. It is amazing. Every time I see him, he's off driving across the countryside somewhere across the west.
I think he's in SoCal somewhere now. I don't know.
Is he?
The guy's
in Vegas a lot. I mean, he
drives everywhere.
Oh yeah.
Does he even know there's planes?
I don't think he knows that there's planes.
He doesn't.
I don't think he realizes that there's planes where you could buy a ticket, go to this airport, and
get on a plane,
hop on a plane, and have cocktails as you just sit back and relax, and you end up at your destination.
Maybe he's on the no-fly list.
Oh, that could be. That could be. I didn't even think about that.
People want to know, Lee.
Lorenzo's on the no-fly list.
That goes without saying.
He's lucky he hasn't been deported.
I mean, how many times has he tried to break into the cockpit? I mean, shit.
Yeah. So, Lorenzo, we know. I know. You're ashamed, but hey.
I mean, before I knew him, I was always wondering what those hoof prints on the doors and the cockpit door was about. Now I know.
So, speaking about Toyota podcast, what about the axle talk on the Snail Trail podcast? I just finally got caught up with that. It was mind-numbing. I'm like, wait, I get it. I get Tyler wants to build an axle and learn. That's great. But let's get something that's works, tried, true, old, reliable. No, that's too boring for him.
Too boring and too simple.
Too boring, and cost-effective.
Dynatrack.com.
Just do whatever. I don't know. Build up to 60, build up 14, but whatever.
Curry, Dynatrack, East Coast gear supply.
I can't wait to see what the final product is that's actually driving down the trail underneath Kermit, but... and my hat's off to him. Fine,
it's gonna be Toyota
do your thing.
Axles is what it's gonna be.
Holy smokes, man! I'm just sitting there going, this is a lot of money for. You could do something just as strong for less cost, but that's just me. I don't know.
It shows up in a crate and you just bolt it in.
Well, there's that too. I don't know.
I felt like I was driving down 680, and I kind of felt like I wanted to drive into a bridge.
You want to drive off the road?
Yeah, into a bridge abutment.
Drive into a bridge. Oh my gosh!
I had to call a friend and talk me off the ledge.
Right, yeah. Oh my gosh!
I mean, who am I to talk though? But then again, I'm not building axles or trying to.
Whatever. It's all good.
It's all good.
That's where the trunk monkey comes in. You remember the trunk monkey? So we were talking about this before the podcast.
Trunk monkey.
And I was joking around because I put in the Switch Pros in the buggy, and you're putting these stickers of what it operates. Okay, ignition, fuel pump, fan, whatever.
Ejection seat.
So we were joking around about the ejection seat, and I go, man, I wish they had one for the trunk monkey. And we started busting up, and of course, good old Google. You type in trunk monkey. And these videos come up.
YouTube, baby.
And if you don't know about the trunk monkey, you need to look it up. This is old school, been around. I think it was originally a Saturday Night Live skit or something.
I don't know,
but there
late
was...
90s, I think those
it's
commercials
hilarious.
Yeah.
And you hit this button, and this little monkey comes out of the trunk with wielding a tire iron.
Or cash, or a banana, or a cell phone. Depends on the scenario.
Oh, yeah.
But it's an anti-theft device.
It is. It's the anti-theft device for your car. It is freaking hilarious. Anyways, I need to start a rally cry to have Switch Pros build a trunk monkey dash icon there, or sticker icon.
If they listen to the show, it'll happen.
The monkey standing up with a tire iron in its arm.
All it takes is a cricket. My wife has a cricket.
Well, there you go. Maybe we can make our own, or have Lee 3D print one. I don't know. We'll figure out something, but that needs to happen. The trunk monkey. I mean, you got the Sasquatch lights, right? I mean, those, for your rock lights and stuff, or whatever.
Sure.
Ditch lights. But, you need to have the trunk monkey switch. So if you're listening, Switch Pros, make it happen.
Toyota self-destruct button.
Right. Right.
Whatever.
Oh, my gosh.
Good stuff.
So, hopefully I got everything packed and remembered everything, because I'm at Trail Hero now and having a blast. So
Well, the good news
what
is
a scrunt.
the good news is that there's a town right there.
You know what? And that's exactly it.
Of course, it's
And
Utah, so you can't buy any booze.
well, you can. You can get 3-2 beer, and you can't buy anything on Sunday. There's different laws there.
What can you buy?
regarding
Can you
alcohol.
buy spirits?
I don't think so.
So no.
No, you can buy spirits, but not on Sunday. I think Sunday, I don't think you can buy anything.
But you can get Jack Daniels.
I may be mistaken here. We should have Lorenzo look into that because that's going to pertain to you, Lorenzo. You're going to be there.
Well, I know.
And if we run out, you're going to need to run to the store because we're going to send you with your satchel down to Herc and
the
St.
reality
George.
is he just has that long straw that he just drops into the bottle and just drinks straight from the bottle.
Right, yeah.
He doesn't pour anything out. That's why you never see any pour stains.
Yeah, right?
So, whatever.
Yeah.
Well, while you're looking that up, I just want to give a quick...
Well, Lorenzo's looking it up.
Oh, well, yeah, Lorenzo is... I just want to give a quick shout-out. I have a dear friend of mine from college back east. Her name's Judy. And,
Judy?
Judy.
With a big booty?
No
that's
comment.
a different Judy.
Anyway, she's a dear friend of mine, and she has 3 boys that are grown men. And one of them, his name's Matthew, has just finished hiking the entire Pacific Crest Trail from the Mexico border all the way to the Canada border. That's like 2,600 miles or something. And he did it in one go. So he started, I believe, back in May of this year, and he just basically walked the entirety of California, Oregon and Washington, all the way to the Canadian border. And he just finished the hike, I believe, well, let's see, we're recording a week later, but last week. And super cool. The whole family met him up there in Washington State to celebrate his massive accomplishment. And I'm going to try to. He's apparently a really private kid, young man. And but I think that it'd be kind of super cool to maybe get him on the show at some point in the future and just have a quick chat with him, and so he can tell us about his experiences hiking through the Sierra Nevada mountains.
I mean, there's a lot of logistics there of getting food drops and stuff, right?
Absolutely.
I would imagine you're changing out shoes every
few hundred miles. Yeah,
right?
People were making donations for him to buy new hiking boots. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. And his name is Matthew O'Donnell. And you can find him. He's apparently not very active on social media, so I'd like to get his full story. But his mother, Judy O'Donnell, is on Facebook and on the IG. If you look her up, I got permission from them to do this, so it's not like I'm just throwing them under the bus. You can see a lot of her posts about his journey, a lot of pictures about his journey from south to north, and most people hike the trail, the PCT, from south to north. Apparently only 5% of the people that hike the trail go from north to south. And obviously it's mostly done during the summer when there's no snow.
Oh.
So, and he had a few issues with forest fires, I guess, around Yosemite, that one fire that broke out there. And then, of course, they were diverted at the very northern end of the trail by the Canadian border. There was a big fire blazing up there that closed the end of the trail, and they had a reroute there. But I guess he had some run-ins with some rattlesnakes. Obviously, no bites or anything like that. But it's an exciting story, and I believe just my quick research on it, less than 3,000 people have completed the trail in one go from the entire trail in one go since its inception, which, obviously there's a lot of history on the PCT. And I know the PCT goes through the Meadow Lake area, I believe up near Lacey Peak, where we generally have a get-together, whether it's a breakfast or whatever. And haven't you run into some hikers on the PCT?
Oh, yeah, we have. Up there at Meadow Lake, we go up to Lacey Peak.
Right.
And the trail going up to Lacey Peak crosses over the Pacific Crest Trail, and then at the very top of Lacey Peak, the trail goes right there over the crest. And we've gone up there and brought up our Camp Chef ovens, stoves, griddles, and had breakfast. We cooked pancakes up there, bacon, have a nice breakfast, watch the sunrise.
Maybe have some red beer.
Maybe, I don't know. And then it's, a couple years we've had hikers come up on us, and it's literally like an oasis for them. They're like, what are these people doing cooking breakfast out in the middle of nowhere? And,
not dehydrated.
And they come up and they're like, oh my gosh. And, so sit down and feed them. And then they, fruit's like a big luxury because you can't carry fruit out on the trail. So we had some fresh fruit, some grapes and oranges and stuff. And they were just so thankful for that. Yeah. It was super cool. We met a guy from Germany that was doing the trail. And, you get all these stories and people that come from around the world to do the Pacific Crest Trail and conquer it.
Oh, yeah.
Like you say, not everybody does the whole trail, and that's very cool.
No, it's a huge accomplishment, and I believe we'll try to get Matthew on the show at some point. But I believe he's also hiked a lot of the Appalachian Trail on the East Coast. He's originally from the East Coast, and I believe he has a degree in forestry or something along that line. I'd love to hear his full story, and hopefully we can get him on the show and hear it. Yeah, because that's a major accomplishment. Mm-hmm. To think that only in the entirety of the population of the planet, or the entirety of the population of the United States, to think that less than 3,000 people have hiked that trail in its entirety in one go. That's a major accomplishment, and our hats off to him. That's super cool.
Yeah, that's great. Nice. There you go. Crowd's loving it. All right, Lorenzo just slipped me a piece of paper here about the Utah state liquor laws. So they have loosened up since 2019. I was unaware of this.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. So, it used to be a 3-2 beer or whatever. So now they passed a law back in November of 19.
3-2 beer is terrible, by the way.
Well, yeah. So now they go up to 5%.
Which is like Coors Light.
Yeah, so this is funny here. So anything higher percentage, beer, wine, spirits that we like, bourbon and stuff, you have to get at a state-run liquor store.
Well, that's...
And they are open on Sunday, apparently.
Okay.
So you can get it, but you do have to go to a state-run liquor store.
Well, Lorenzo's excited.
But this is a funny little anecdote here, if you will. So, when they allowed 5% beer, Budweiser was happy about the change. So happy about the change, they brought the Clydesdales to town and gave the 4% beer a public funeral.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
So there you go. So your wine and a little bit stiffer alcohol, you got to get from a state-run liquor store.
Well, that's funny to me. I mean, there's quite a few states in the United States. Of course, drinking age is 21. Like that, right. There's quite a few states that have state-run liquor stores. And
bars are only open till 1 a.m., not 2. So that's a good thing. Anyways.
I'm usually done by 8 p.m. So
yeah, well, fine. There you go. So, so Trail Hero.
Are you having fun?
I'm having a freaking ball, loving it. Interviews, night runs happening. Oh my gosh, golf. The golf went great because we played in the golf tournament.
Did you podium?
I did. I got a laser nut trophy. just see your future. Be your future, Danny. So there you go.
How many rounds ago? Well, your ribs are hurt. Are you going to be okay?
I still hit the long ball. I healed up.
Try for show, putt for dough.
I will be. Ibuprofen goes a long ways. I don't know. Anyways, so look for interviews and stuff coming up here, and we wanted to get an episode in the can, as we say, before I leave for Trail Hero because I'm going to be so busy there, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to figure out how to. I will do interviews, but then figuring out how to upload them, get them to Chris so he can edit it and get it out on the World Wide Web.
That's the next bit of training right there.
It is.
Yep. Well, we'll see how that goes because what's going to happen is when we finish this episode, he's going to take the memory card out of that fancy new thing and put it into his laptop and try to point and drag and make
Right.
it happen. So we'll see.
So there's numerous people going to Trail Hero, Chris, and I'm looking forward to seeing everybody because there's some people I always see once a year at this event.
Yep.
And a fellow podcaster here. You remember the Mike and Max?
Mike and Mike show?
Yeah, the Mike and Mike show. You remember that?
Yeah, Mike and Max off-road podcast.
I want to get him on the horn here. Let's see if he answers.
He blew us off before.
I know, but let's see. It's been a while since he's picked up a microphone. I wonder if he remembers how to podcast.
You've reached the cell phone of Mike Ox.
Jeez.
Are you
There we
kidding
go.
me?
He's blowing us off.
Holy
Trying to call him
smokes.
twice now.
I don't know. Well, we're still waiting for him to call us.
Yeah.
I did want to talk. I do have more topics to talk about that aren't Trail Hero because I just can't. I got to deflect because I'm not going.
Got to deflect?
I'm not going, so I got to.
All right, here we go.
Deflect. I'm just what I'm going to call it. So everybody's heard. I don't know if everybody's heard the term shrinkflation, but
Yeah, you brought it up a few times
I
on
brought
the
it up
podcast
a few
here.
times. So it struck again.
It's crazy because it's, I don't think most people realize it. Right?
It's happening more now.
It
than ever
is, and
before.
now that you mentioned it, I look for it at the store, and I'm like, "What? This isn't even a full quarter. This isn't,
Well,
whatever."
Look at your peanut butter jar. I mean, the bottom of the jar. If you look, it's got that indentation
Yeah,
on the
a
bottom.
punt.
The punt.
It's called the punt.
It's the same with a bottle of wine, right?
Yeah, but that's for different reasons.
Correct.
They're shorting you 750. You still get your
I know it's
750
about the sediment
milliliters,
and
but
whatnot, but yeah.
yeah,
So my newest one is the Nestle drumstick. That gourmet wonderfulness of chocolate
yes,
coated ice cream on
Yeah.
a cone that comes in
ice
a
cream
pack
man,
of
ice cream man's
dude.
coming.
The Nestle drumstick is
Okay.
is a staple in my house.
All
It's
right.
like, and I came out of the bedroom, I don't know, 2 weeks ago, whatever it was, and I see my wife and daughter munching on Nestle drumsticks, and I'm like, oh, are there any more? And they're like, oh yeah, they're in the garage in the freezer in the
Okay.
garage. I'm like, oh okay, I'll grab one. I grab one and I get it in my hand, and I'm like, okay, one of two things has either happened to either I've turned into a giant
You got big hands,
or this thing has shrunk.
really.
And my hand didn't get any bigger. And
Wow.
this thing is tiny, dude. It's like, what the fuck?
I mean, you're used to holding tiny things in your hands.
That's right. That's right.
So, got that going.
Dick. So I was like, come on, man. You're going to mess with the Nestle drumstick now? This is painful. But I mean, and I think, don't quote me on it, but I think that instead of 8 in a package, I think there's 7, and I think they shrunk the size of the. No, I know for sure that they shrunk the size of the actual product. It's tiny now. And I was talking to somebody else about it after I mentioned it, and I have a weekly meeting with him at work, and he's just like, dude, I got some drumsticks, and you're not kidding. These things have gotten so small. So this is another example of shrinkflation.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just they keep this is their way of keeping the price the same, but they continue to make their
Yeah,
profit.
and
by
the general consumer has no clue.
a lot of them don't,
No clue.
and it sucks,
Wow.
And I've also noticed the gas stations. The gas stations near where I work up in Walnut Creek, the diesel is actually less expensive than the gasoline now.
Is it really?
Absolutely.
Finally? Not here?
All the gasoline was over $6 a gallon, and
No
the
shit.
diesel was $5.89 a gallon.
No way.
I was like, what? I'm like double take.
That's the way it should be.
right?
Wow.
So,
wow.
and then last but not least,
Oh, here we go.
You know my fascination with milkshakes, the McDonald's milkshake.
Brings all the boys to the yard.
I love my McDonald's milkshake. I go at least probably twice a month I'll stop at
Okay.
McDonald's, especially during the summer when it's hot. I
Right.
just want that refreshing chocolate shake.
That cool,
I
refreshing drink.
love those things. I don't know if we mentioned it
Chocolate,
before.
you said?
Chocolate.
Oh, that's not that refreshing for me in a milkshake. Like
love-
strawberry or vanilla.
No, I can't stand
But chocolate,
strawberry.
I love
I love the
chocolate, but
chocolate.
not as a refreshing drink. Okay,
Love-
go on.
So there's a website called McBroken.com.
BigBroken.com. Wait a minute, I'm going to look it up. Lorenzo, get on that.
So it's a website that you can that tells you if the machines at your favorite McDonald's are
McBroken. Here it
online or
is.
not online.
Oh, shit. Let's check. This is funny. Oh, my God. Somebody freaking... Okay, so how do I...
It should
it says currently broken. How many per state? So currently broken, there's 11.1% currently broken ice cream machines.
In California?
In California.
In the United States. Wow, that's more than 10%? That's
okay,
bullshit.
so let's see. Can we zoom in? How does this map work? Oh, yeah. Okay, here we go. I'm going to zoom in on the neighborhood Mickey D's here.
I will say that I've been lucky the last few times I've stopped in the McDonald's near my house is they've been online. The machine's been working, and I've been satisfied. So.
Oh, yeah. Everybody around me except for 2 are not working.
Wow.
God, I wonder how they update this.
Well, I think you can report it.
So is that how they do it? It's just the people reporting crowd.
I went to
crowdsourcing.
The Cottle Road one, and the machine was broken.
Yeah.
So it's a crowdsourced thing.
Okay, that's freaking funny.
So McBroken.com, it's legit. Check that out. And then lastly, the very last McDonald's thing, and this goes to the prices of things going up, is I stopped in, I hadn't eaten all day and I was starving. I stopped at McDonald's to get a quarter pounder meal, just a regular size meal. Over $10.
You know, I know, and it's crazy. So I actually had McDonald's this week, and that was the first time in a long time. It's just like I was starving. I was coming. I didn't eat lunch, and it was like 3:30, 4 o'clock. I was working my way home. And I'm like, I need to get something to eat now. And there was a McDonald's right there, so I zip into the drive-thru. I hardly ever go to drive-thrus. I get out of the truck and go in. And so I'm like, okay, drive-thru. And it was pretty efficient. I got a, quarter pounder with cheese or something, fries, and a drink, a meal. And it was like $11.
Yeah.
And I'm
crazy.
Like, oh my gosh. And the fries were delicious, though.
Oh, their fries are good. And I mean, and they take a lot of pride in their
I think
fries,
they put crack on their fries.
Well,
I don't know.
But I mean, it seems like I remember the quarter pounder meal used to cost around $8.
Yeah. So Subway, you remember when there was the $5 foot long?
$5 foot longs, yeah.
Dude, that was the bargain, man. You could get a $5 foot long.
Can't do that anymore.
And drinks and chips or cookies or whatever for you'd walk out of there under $10.
Oh, easily.
And it was like, that was a good meal. And I like Subway sandwiches.
Yeah, I do too. They're fresh.
And I'm like, okay, that's cool. Well, now it's like $15, $16.
Well, they completely revamped their menu.
Yeah.
I mean, they went with these like gourmet Togos / Mr. Pickles / whatever Sandos. And I mean, they're good. Don't get me wrong. But I was a little taken aback. I went in there about a month ago. And they have this California one that's a toasted thing with avocado and turkey and bacon, and
nice.
It was like $13.
Yeah,
I was like, what?
So I'll tell you, still the bargain out there is In-N-Out.
Oh yeah,
In-N-Out, you can get a good burger. Now their fries, people go, they either really love them or really hate them. I don't mind them; they're not as good as McDonald's fries. Nothing's as good as McDonald's fries, but. You can get burger, a double, animal style.
Know about the secret menu?
Fries,
8x8.
a soda, a drink, and you can get out of there under $10 still, and a really good, way better burger than freaking McDonald's.
Oh yeah.
So that's still a bargain, and then there's Chick-fil-A as well. I haven't done Chick-fil-A in a while, but I think you can get out of there for $10 with a good meal. So,
well, but you wait an hour in the drive-thru.
Well, I don't know. They're kind of. They're kind of getting efficient there. The one by us that just went in has like 2 lanes.
They're about to open one in Livermore. It's
right
there you
go.
Across the street from In-N-Out.
So they're closed on Sunday.
Yep.
Company policy. They're closed. Religion. Get it. They're very. And I guess it's very inexpensive.
Yeah.
To own to get a franchise. It's like stupid. They like finance everything, and it's like you could become
But you're printing money. I mean,
you're printing money, and they know that. So it's like I want to say Lorenzo. So you're not even on the computer anymore, Lorenzo. But I want to say I heard a number around 60,000 to 80,000 to get a franchise. Which
the license probably.
Well, you get listen to this. So it's inexpensive to get the franchise, but there's like 80,000 people applying for that franchise.
Well, sure.
So it's just total luck of the lottery draw to get it. But if you get it, Hello.
Yeah.
Cha-ching, you just won the
Cha-ching.
lottery.
Well, you got to pay your
Printing
percentage.
chicken biscuits
Pay,
there.
pay your percentage to the parent company.
Mm-hmm.
But I do want to go back to In-N-Out for a moment. I mean, you mentioned that and their burgers are good, but they're only in California and Arizona.
Oh, well, there you go.
So if you're anywhere else in the United States, you're FUCK.
Too bad, so sad. I know I see on Instagram when people come out, like Pam Hall and them, and they come out to the, the West.
Yep.
And they get their In-N-Out burger as soon as they land.
Speaking of Pam Hall, happy birthday, Pam.
Happy birthday, yes. So, that's anyways. But so along those lines of shrinkflation and stuff, so grocery shopping,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's freaking insane. I walk out of the store the other day with 2 bags of groceries, and one's like pretty full and, like loaded up good. Not with like steaks or anything, but just like staples.
Veggies and whatnot.
Yeah, I got vegetables and some protein, some chicken, some bacon, and I did get like some flank steak or something, that I was going to wrap up and make some deal. Anyways, I'm like, okay. Just under $100. It was like $90.
Dude, it's stupid.
$90 for 2 bags of groceries.
I mean, yeah, it's mind-boggling to see how expensive eggs have gotten, to see how expensive milk has gotten.
Gosh! So
I'm
like,
you're by yourself. I mean, I've got a family, and I don't do a shit.
Well,
ton
your
of groceries.
boys have moved out. That's saving you like $1,000 a month.
And Craig, he lives on a ranch that he raises chickens and turkeys, and the chickens, they lay eggs, and he brings eggs by. He hasn't brought them by in a while.
Yeah.
I think he's probably selling them more at a higher price to pay his rent or something. I don't know.
Really?
But yeah, it's crazy, and my wife and I make good money, and it's like to go to the grocery to go to the grocery store and just kind of still feel the pain. It's like, God, where does it end? And I mean, then to go to the gas station, and my little Chevy Colorado, every time I fill it up, it's $100. $100.
Colorado.
And it's like, it should be like 50.
Yeah, no, I know. It's just,
So, I mean, I'd hate to be that person making $17, $18, $19 an hour trying to make ends meet. It sucks.
Geez.
So, I know this isn't the show about all that shit, but
we talk about what we're dealing with. This is
what
what everybody's dealing with, right?
Absolutely.
So it's just real life, unfortunately, and it just this administration has gone off the rails, and we'll leave it at that.
Politics.
Oh boy, here we go. Should we try calling him again?
Yeah, one more time. Give him one more shot, and if he bails on us again, then he's dead to us. You hear that, Mike? You're dead to us. Call a friend.
Hello.
Maybe he's busy.
What up, bro?
What up, bro?
You've reached the cell phone of Mike Austin.
Ghost? He ghosted us.
Dude.
Wow.
I'm like, can you take a phone call? Yeah, sure. Call him 3 times. Nothing. All right. No wonder your podcast is dead. Jesus Christ. Don't even return a fucking phone call.
He's probably hanging out with Max, or he's pretending to be Max, or God knows what.
He better have a damn good excuse.
He better. So, I don't know what else. I mean, it's like I said, you're down at Trail Hero. I'm working. This is the week you're at Trail Hero. I'm punching greens, which means we're aerifying, which is one of the biggest mechanical disruptions of the golf course you can possibly imagine, which pisses all the golfers off.
Everybody hates it. Nobody loves aerification.
Nobody.
Superintendents don't love. The only person, well, it's not even a person. The only thing that loves aerification is the grass.
It's the green.
It's only the grass that loves it. The golfers hate it. Superintendents hate it. You hear all these complaints, but it's absolutely necessary.
It's critical,
and
especially with the amount of play that we have on the golf courses now. It's critical.
Oh, my gosh. So, yeah, well, I get it, timing, all this stuff, but, you need to figure it out for next year and fly down. Maybe we'll be able to spool up the buy back. I don't know, or get a smaller plane. Yeah, Lorenzo, you lost ours in Mexico.
Well,
Thank you.
Hoping
Thank you very little.
Well,
that's why Chris is not going to Trail Hero.
What did
because
they repossessed our plane, or?
Oh yeah.
Shit.
Along with your credit cards and all that stuff.
God, I like.
Thank God my credit's still
I like
good.
that jet. We just had it remodeled too.
Yes.
Had a brass pole and everything.
Yes. The brass pole. It had cornhole game down the center aisle, and it was good. Yeah, a little DJ in the back playing a little club music. Yeah, this is good. We had rock lights under the plane too. Under all the wings and under the underbelly, we had rock lights. It's super cool.
And they were synchronized with the music.
Synchronized to the music.
That's right.
It was badass, you know.
Female pilot.
Yeah, the bourbon selection on that plane was, oh my gosh, I can't even. I'm verklempt. I can't even talk right now. It was unbelievable.
That's where all the
best bourbons in the world.
That's where all the Blantons went to.
The Blanton's is like, that was what we flushed toilets with on that plane. That's just nothing. The quality of alcohol that was on that plane was just
Blanton's
insane.
and Weller. That's what we used for the toilets.
That's what we flushed down. That was what we used in all the faucets. That was what we filled the fresh water tanks. Blanton's and Weller.
All right, now this has gone off the rails.
Well, there it is. So. I can't wait. I can't wait to tell you how fun Trail Hero was and all the great people we interviewed.
Yeah.
I got rock crawlers lined up to interview. I've got some notable people of the off-road industry lined up. We'll see what happens here. Plans change, people get busy, but I'm going to do my darndest to make it happen. And I'm going to wheel the heck out of the buggy. I'm going to have fun. Golf tournament. Just
gonna send
it. And if you're listening to this and you're at Trail Hero right now, remember to come see us at the booth. Well, not us meaning Lorenzo and I.
Yep.
Not Chris.
Nope.
Because you're going to have to go see Chris down in the Bay Area if you want to go see Chris.
At work.
And his number is 408-800-5169. But anyways, Saturday for sure I will be at the booth. Friday I'm sure I will be at some point in the later afternoon, but Saturday for sure be at the booth in the vendor area.
Correct.
So look for me and tell me that Lorenzo sent you, and you can get a discount on an Element fire extinguisher.
Ooh, Element.
So we will be selling Element fire extinguishers.
That's right.
Until they're gone. And if we do run out, I will set you up on the website. They will be on the website after Trail Hero.
Correct.
And we will continue some sort of something.
For a bit.
Maybe a little something for our followers, our listeners.
Our loyal listeners.
Our loyal Wheeling Wine and Whiskey Barrel Society members, our people that listen to the podcast and support us. You tell them that Lorenzo sent you, and we'll hook you up with a little something on a Element fire extinguisher. So
that's right.
It's going to be fun, exciting. Hope to meet a lot of people out there. Come by, say hi, and ask me where Chris is, and I'll tell you where he is.
At work.
There it is. So. He's taking care of the trunk monkey, is what he's doing.
The trunk monkey, Jesus.
Should we try one more time? I think we should try one more time.
He's not going to answer.
I think we should just try one more time. We should just really I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt.
He might be in bed. We might be waking his ass up.
No.
He could be. He might. Maybe he's on free. Turn that volume down.
I am.
What's up, bro?
What up, bro? Come on, bro.
You've reached the cell phone of Mike Austin.
Yeah. No, we tried. We tried to bring back the Mike and Mike podcast, but it's just not happening.
I know. Just ghosted us.
That's it. We can only do so much.
Well, we try.
We give till it hurts. We try.
And sometimes it hurts a lot.
And that hurt us. We got hurt. Lorenzo's hurt right now.
He's
no,
pissed.
I think Mike's... No,
Dude,
maybe he doesn't like us anymore.
Put the gun down.
Gun down, Lorenzo. Don't get all violent. Gosh. That's not the answer.
He's hot and cold, man.
He is. He's that therapy is not quite finished yet, is it? All right.
I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, walk away.
You need to lock him up.
Yeah. So I get to deal with that while I'm out wheeling at Trail Hero. Thanks, Chris.
Well, I stopped him from ripping the seats out of the F-350.
Yeah, there you go.
He wanted massage seats.
Mexico!
He really wanted massaging seats in the buggy. I mean, he doesn't even have a heated seat. He's going to be sitting in the buggy
He's
freezing
not
his ass
allowed
off.
in the buggy.
Oh, shit.
No, no
right.
jackass is allowed in the buggy.
Well, that's true. He did roll the last time he
Yes.
drove it. So.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we tried to get extra content from Mike from, Mike and Mac's non-existent off-road podcast. But we failed, so we're going to put a bow on this pig. Jason's having a time of his life down at Trail Hero. I'm at work, and he's gonna phone in and.
Yeah, I bet somebody will answer here. Should I try one more number?
You're really gonna try one?
I'm gonna try one more number just for fun.
Oh boy,
just for fun. Just to see if anybody else is gonna answer.
You're just desperate to try.
Well, I want to make
panel.
sure this phone thing's working.
What's on my arm? It's on my locker. How y'all doing? Oh boy.
That's not good.
We're going to get ghosted again. Yeah, Wheeling Wine Whiskey used to be somebody.
All right. One more. Give me one more. This is going to work. Third time's a charm. You ready?
Yeah, you're failing.
I got a 99% chance that this individual's going to answer. You ready?
Jesus.
Okay, here we go.
Here we go, Joe Biden.
Oh, yeah. He's on my call list for sure. Hey! You are being recorded for podcast purposes. Do you accept?
I accept the charges.
Oh, shit.
We've been calling everybody and nobody's been answering. So I said, you know who will answer? Kevin Jones will answer. Ultra 4 Jones on the line here on the podcast live.
You're first.
Well, you haven't been on any podcast this week, so we figured we'd give you an opportunity. I knew you were having withdrawals.
Podcast whore.
That's right. We knew you were having withdrawals, so I said, hey, I know somebody that will answer the phone right now.
I just need to talk to somebody.
That's right.
The race car doesn't listen very well.
No, not
this
at all.
This is the second time I've talked to Kevin Jones this week.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's right.
That's nice. It's probably the third time today that I've talked to him.
We were commiserating with each other about Snail Trail and all their inaccuracies.
Oh, the Axel podcast?
Yes.
Well, Kevin was responsible for keeping me from driving into a bridge abutment. So
I told him you shouldn't listen to depressing things while driving.
That's right. You need upbeat music. Yeah, you're right. That is a good advice. So, welcome to a random podcast call.
All right.
Yeah. So we thought, well, you know what? Let's get. We tried to get Mike Austin on, and he said he would accept a call, and I called him 3 times, and he wouldn't answer. So he's just done with podcasting. He's done.
Yeah, I saw him post a photo though. He's prepping for.
That's exactly what prompted my me to say, hey, are you going? What's going on? Is this really happening? I don't know. So let's get an update quickly from Ultra 4 Jones here on. I know you've been banging and clanging, as Chris says, on the TAC 1 Fab chassis there.
yeah.
So where are you at? What's going on? There's a lot of rumors flying around of what's going on in your shop.
Right?
It's a roller.
Let's dispel those and tell them exactly what's going on.
You heard it here first.
That's right. The number one off-road podcast. That's what you meant to say.
In Northern California.
Yes.
In San Jose, California.
Wheeling Wine
That
Whiskey.
doesn't talk about Toyotas.
Right.
Wheeling Wine Whiskey after hours.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. This weekend, I think tomorrow, September 25th, marks the 1-year anniversary of me possessing my TAC 1 Fab chassis.
Really? It's been wow.
It's been 1 calendar year since all of us were at Carlos's.
I was gonna say
picked up that thing. It's crazy.
So Chris and I drove out. We did a podcast with you and Carlos at Carlos's shop.
That was the last road trip of the red truck.
Yeah. And so we had a good time. You ended up staying the weekend there in the RV, the tenement on wheels, right. And then so I remember that. That was fun. Those were the good old days.
Good old days.
So a year. Oh my gosh.
I know. So
this is very timely.
I think so.
Yeah. It's
the
meant to
anniversary.
be.
Yeah.
I am, the sad part of all that is I am not where I wanted to be,
Right.
And I'm sure if any of us went back and listened to that episode, it would sound something like I was going to thrash away for a few months and maybe make Hammers 22. And now here we are just a couple of months from Hammers 23. And I am not at the progress that I had hoped to have made. So
yeah, you should be changing air in the tires or something.
Yeah. You should be, pulling it down for a hashtag race prep.
Right. Hashtag KOH race prep.
That's right.
But you have made a lot of progress, so don't discount your. It hasn't just been sitting there collecting dust and like Chris's Jeep. It hasn't turned into a workbench.
That's true. I think they've actually done the same amount of wheeling.
My Jeep was a great-looking workbench. What are you talking about? Actually, my Jeep has been out of the garage this year.
Well, that's true.
Say,
it did come out. Was it at Adopted Trade? Where was it? I don't remember.
It was a
Safety clinic.
Safety clinic in May. That was it.
Yep.
You're right.
Yep.
That was it. Okay.
That's all she wrote.
All right. That's great.
Doing the best I can.
We've all got our limitations.
We do.
Chris.
We do.
Yep. Mine has been time and money. I think that's unfortunate from the side of people that want to follow along on social media and just see all the cool sexiness of race cars and parts and
Right.
kicking butt. But I think the reality is we all have these limitations. We just have them at different levels. So
Yep. That's for sure.
I'm still passionate about it. I've got I actually just got what was that last week? My ADS shocks.
Yeah.
Yeah, the custom one of 5 sets.
One of 5 sets in the
that's
world.
Cool. In the world.
In the world.
Wow.
Big thanks to ADS for hanging in
cool.
there with me, and we all rode that one out together. For them to make a prototype shock last year and then get it to production to the quality level that they're satisfied with. So I've got those now, and this next week I'm going to work on starting to look at what the mounting and layout of those is going to be. But yeah, it's like I've told different people and probably I guess maybe different podcasts that the moving parts of the car I'm spending way too much time on, and I get a lot of criticism for that, but it's not just a trail rig that can be close enough.
Right.
If I want to be on the top of the box, I've got to get every inch of suspension I can out of this car and every bit of performance. So I'm comfortable spending the extra amount of time, and I made those chassis revisions a couple months ago to get more up travel. I'm not gonna make compromises and sacrifices on the suspension.
So
that's what we were talking about when we spoke earlier this week, Kevin. Was the safety of the rig. Make it as safe as it can possibly be. You don't want to make any compromises on the structural integrity of the vehicle. I mean, because of what happened recently, and
go ahead.
I was going to say, talk about because I know this is not an easy decision to take a perfectly good chassis, brand new chassis, and you had to make some significant cuts to that front end to get this axle to work and get the clearances that you needed.
I had some major self-inflicted trauma with this, and that when Carlos and I officially drew up the chassis, we moved a couple tubes around, and a lot of it was based on me using the Dana 60, and we raised the nose, but we failed to raise where the upper links are going to pass through. And then that would have been honestly fine, but I chose to run a high 9 in the front, and when you want to clear that pinion yoke, it is all where the upper links want to be. So I deliberated over it for a couple of months, honestly, and I lost a lot of time in doing that, but finally made the decision to, cut the main tubes out of the front of the car and remake them. And Carlos has since, it came out great.
It did.
And Carlos has since, I gave him all my dimensions and he updated them in his program. And so that Striker 4 that he's building right now, it has the new
that's
dimensions
cool
that I use. So we're still sharing information. We're both still learning together.
And this is Levi's axle?
Yeah, the Levi's axles. They've been, it's funny, I got them and I was like, oh, they're all trussed and tabbed and everything. And I cut absolutely everything off of that front axle. I ended up using nothing but the housing and, the C's. So it was still a great, financial savings for me. But the hindsight is I probably should have made all those cuts on day one instead of trying to use, but I'm learning. That's the biggest thing is like,
sure.
I'm learning as I go, and I try to share that learning experience with everybody that's following along, and I truly feel that's what a lot of people want to see, and it's not what a lot of racers and teams and fabricators actually, provide.
Well, and it takes time, right? I mean, to sit there and go, okay, I mean, time on your side to kind of figure out, okay, what am I going to do? How am I going to go about this? But then to make the commitment to document it, I mean, that takes time to set up a camera and, okay, what am I going to say? And then, I'm sure, as good as you are, you don't do one takes all the time. So then you got to retake and go, oh, I should have said this. I should have shouted out this sponsor or whatever. And it's taking you 2, 3, or 4 times as long to do something than it normally would a race car shop that's building this to make it happen, right?
Yeah, so you know that now that you're like Mr. Real on Instagram.
No, I don't know.
You know the pain.
It takes time to edit just the reels, but I don't do much live stuff.
Every story I make, I watch before I hit send just to make sure I don't have some Freudian slip and say something I shouldn't have, or even if it's just kind of crummy, like I'll just redo it, and then like you say, then you've done it twice and you watched it twice, and I try to put out something that's
quality.
I mean it's it's garage shot selfies essentially, but it's still me and it's heartfelt, and I try to cut to stick to the point, because I know we all do it when we click on stories and people start just rambling, like what do? We just swipe past it, right?
Yeah. But there's good info there, and your followers are that group that are building their own stuff or have built stuff or whatever, right? Are fabricators in some shape or form.
Like a lot of people remember I was doing that foam cell testing with ethanol gas.
Yeah.
And I just got a mess. I haven't posted a single story about that in at least a year. Somebody just messaged me the other day and they're like, hey, my coworker said that I need to ask you what fuel cell foam to buy.
My gosh.
I thought that was so funny that people still remember, these stories only last 24 hours.
Yeah.
People still remember these certain things. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So there you go. So it's definitely well received, and the people that want to watch will watch, and I mean that's a majority of your followers though, so that's good. Mm-hmm. The core group.
But I'm having fun. I've got some time coming up here working on the car. I mean, you and I obviously have talked off the record.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a little bit of time off work, and I've got obligations to these sponsors, to Carlos, to ES Shocks, to all these like races or not. I have to produce content. Mm-hmm. I have to show progress on the car.
For sure.
These gorgeous shocks deserve to be mounted, and they need to be seen in my stories and posts in the background until the car is done. So, these things just need to happen.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be thrashing on the car a bunch, and I'm probably, I just got the wife's approval the other day. Again, I'm an open book. I bought my first race car with a loan from my deferred compensation. Mm-hmm. And I think I'm going to take out another one just to buy the rest of the parts I need, because I'm really tired of doing this, like, buy one part per paycheck and then like just struggle to keep the the credit card bill as close to zero as I can get it, and it's stifling the progress for sure. So I think I'm gonna figure out all the parts I need, take out a loan, buy all the parts, and then Chris just
slipped me a note to see if your wife has a girlfriend, a sister or something.
Does she have a sister?
Does she have a sister?
No, but she does like guys that use and break their shit.
Oh, well, there you go. So
I'll go break something. I'll break a bottle.
There you go.
I'll break a bottle. Oh, Lorenzo's asking me, what's your plan for KOH? What's going on? So no race car? Are you? Or there's rumor you might be on a dirt bike, or what are you gonna do?
Yeah, I think.
Which I think is a bad idea.
I know. I think which the more people that say that makes me think it's a good idea, right? But, yeah, I think the race car is a far cry, but I want to. I mean, I'm super motivated to work on it, and I want to get stuff done, and I want to see progress, and I know that progress is motivational. So
sure.
Race car is still number one. As far as for the race, I don't know. I really enjoyed my experience with Scott Lesage last year or this year, I guess, in the UTV. I learned a ton. I was super happy to help him. At least I think I helped him. Get another official finish. I would entertain that with somebody else. It'd have to be the right person.
Okay.
I'm not entirely sure who that is or what that would look like, but I would certainly entertain, getting in a car again. The bike race, they're talking about doing even a week before maybe that Toyo Desert Challenge.
Uh-huh.
So, I mean, potentially it could be like 2 weeks before the big race. So,
that far ahead.
Yeah, I don't really know. Nobody's really said much.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but I do want to go down there this fall and take my bike and maybe do some of the course and see how horrible of an idea that is. Because I genuinely don't know. I don't know if it's terrain I have the talent to ride, or if it's terrain that would just break me in half right away. So, but I embrace new challenges, and I look at Cameron Steele. I don't know if he did it. Well, he didn't do it last year because they didn't have the bike race, but probably the year before that, I think Cameron raced 5 races.
Yes.
He did the moto.
Yeah. He Ironmanned it.
Yeah, he did everything that they had. He did the
Silly.
trophy truck, and it's I could never do that. But what I would think would be cool is start crossing off KOH bucket list. So it's okay, I've done an EMC race and finish. I've done a UTV race and finish. What if I did a bike race? I don't know about a finish. And then at some point I need to get myself in a 4,400 car.
There you go.
So it'd be cool to have the full KOH spectrum.
Yeah.
That would be pretty cool.
Well, Lorenzo's asking if you don't have your car done and everything, and he doesn't. No, motorcycle's not a good idea, right? Yeah, Lorenzo. So he agrees with that. He thinks you should take the side chick and send it up the backdoor challenge, the shootout on Monday night.
That's actually really cheap to enter, isn't it? It's only
it is.
I think it's a $250 entry, but a $10,000 payout. It's actually got a better.
It does.
It's got a better
odds.
outcome than racing.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
And it's back at backdoor this year, so I think you should just send the side chick up backdoor.
Okay,
kill it.
Maybe, maybe I could start thinking of some modifications.
I think Chris should be in your right seat for ballast.
Fuck that.
You think you've got a bad back now?
Oh no, my back is bad just sitting here thinking about it.
Oh,
no, it's not going to happen.
That's good. Well,
that's a good idea.
No, yeah, there you go. You would just put that in the back pocket there,
right?
But no, it's cool, and the journey, and it's life, right? I mean, there's very few people that this is 100% their, I don't know, occupation, their deal, right? It's everybody's got a day job, you got families, all these daily things that take time away from fabricating a race car, and there's so much time and energy put into just starting from scratch where you guys did. So
absolutely.
But the cool thing is you're not cutting corners for time, right? You're like, no, I'm committed to making this 100% the best I can right now, and if it takes me a year, 2 years, whatever it is, I can't skimp on anything. So that's good.
No.
Yeah, I actually look at it, a lot of people would look at it 100% as you owe it to your sponsors to be there.
Mm-hmm.
But I actually would say I owe it to them to be there prepared.
Yeah.
And I'd rather go a year later and not be, just a mess on the lake bed.
Yeah,
and
just yard sale on the first turn.
Yeah, the guy that DNFs in mile 3 and all
that
stuff. So,
right.
it's just not I mean, it's obviously not my style. Like
No.
we've all seen, 11th hour work, and that's fine. But I'm not cutting corners at 11th hour. I'm just
Right.
tightening the last bolt at the 11th hour. So yeah, I'm gonna stay the course on that, and that's
Okay.
fine.
All
I don't
right.
like making excuses because we all know that saying. I owe it to everybody that's involved to just do it right, and if it takes a little longer, it takes a little longer. That's how it goes.
Exactly.
Well, it's admirable and certainly desirable.
Admirable and desirable. There you go. There's a couple Scrabble words for you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I said,
No.
we want the car to be right and want the car to be solid, as safe as it can be, and as fast as fast as it can be, so you can be on the podium, baby.
Yeah, for sure. Well, that's cool.
Yep.
Well, hey, I appreciate you answering the phone because our first two callers didn't. So, you're all reliable. You're like, it's like E.F. Hutton. When Wheeling Wine and Whiskey calls you answer. I like that.
He might have his house bugged.
I'm not sure how I feel about being the third phone call.
Well, we're fully transparent here at the Wheeling Wine and Whiskey podcast.
I know that after you've called your first two choices that I'm all reliable.
You were the first Ultra 4 driver that we called. How about
Okay.
that?
Well,
Because I did I did honestly scroll past Lauren Healy, Levi Shirley, Shannon Campbell, Randy Slauson, and I'm like, no, let's call Kevin Jones. So,
And next would have been Amber.
because I'm sure Shannon is like partying right now. It's Saturday night, and
Yeah.
And Jesse's right there.
yeah. So hey. So, anyways,
So is this the official what do you guys call this one? KOH prep?
no.
Jason's actually at King or
I'm
Trail Hero.
at Trail Hero right now. This is our Trail Hero inaugural or the first part of podcast there. So,
We're time traveling.
anyways,
Yeah.
so yeah, we wanted to record, and I have been meaning to get you on the podcast, but your dance card is full with all these other podcasts,
I
and
know, it's ridiculous.
You were our first, and you'll always be our first. So we just wanted to show our love and appreciation and
Never
reach back
forget
out to
your
you.
first. You never forget your first.
I appreciate.
So the love,
you guys.
the love is there. See, the crowd is ecstatic. Just welcoming you back, Kevin, with open
That's
arms.
the other thing, Kevin. Jason's is in training on the new board. We have a new portable. It's like a Roadcaster Pro, but it's a portable unit, battery powered, and he's training on it right now. So when he's down at
This is the one that you're going to buy when you start your podcast.
Oh man, yeah, we all know that I get hounded about that often, and I cannot imagine spinning another plate right now.
You can do it, man. You're already riding a unicycle and juggling. Spinning a few plates is easy.
standing on his head, spitting nickels and spinning.
Ask Chris. Just as long as you're like the figurehead like me, that you just talk into the mic, and then the other person does all the heavy lifting with the editing.
Yeah,
see?
snap your fingers, and somebody else does all the.
Right. I can also edit Jason out. So
That's right. That's right. What?
Where'd Jason go? He's gone. He gone.
Oh, there it is. All right. No, all good stuff, man. But no, thank you for answering the phone.
Anytime. Always for you guys.
I spoke to you. I don't know. Yeah, we keep in touch on the background here, so it's always good. But it is. Our listeners want to know what's up with Ultra 4 Jones.
Staying connected.
Tell them to. Let's see. Yeah, this will come out a couple days, right?
Yeah, this will come out on the was it the 4th? No, the 4th.
Oh, the 4th.
4th.
Okay.
4th of October, and I'll be at Trail Hero. So if you need to get a hold of me, you can. And
It's 408-800-5169.
Yeah, 408-800-5169. But yeah, no, all good stuff, and just keep going down the path that you're going down. It's freaking awesome. Obviously you're getting, great support from everybody and your vendors, which is awesome because you're staying relevant, and that's the key. And when you have big name podcast like us calling you, I mean, you're in, so that's good.
Big name. Wow.
Oh my gosh, this is great.
Yeah.
Shit's getting deep now.
What do you guys, we're speaking of getting deep, what are you guys drinking tonight?
What are we drinking, Chris? He went into my cellar and grabbed a bottle of wine.
2015 Murrieta as well as the Spur, which is a blend.
Oh,
I
yeah.
can't remember the exact percentages of what the blend is, but it's from a local winery in Livermore near my house, and very good. No bourbon tonight. Well, Jason had an old fashioned before we started drinking wine. I've been drinking. Prior to that, I had to
celebrate. I had to celebrate getting the buggy ready. The Switch Pro's working,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna be learning all about that.
Hashtag Jason money.
Yeah, right.
When you start to put Ultra 4 racing parts on your buggy, you've arrived. Just saying. So.
Well, I don't know. It's buy once, cry once is the motto, right?
True.
Right,
True.
Kevin?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
or just never wheel, and then you don't have to buy.
Well, that's
parts.
true. Nothing breaks. Nothing
Yeah.
breaks. Nothing wears
Wow.
out.
You went there?
Fuel. Who cares about fuel costs?
I wasn't talking about you, Chris.
Nobody. Fuel cost doesn't matter. I mean, there's a lot of benefits of not wheeling.
Yeah, you'll listen to this episode. We went on, but prior to us calling you, we went on a little bit of a freaking tirade about the cost of living and stuff. So.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Two bags of groceries for $90.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to. That's why I say like the excuses category can get real long. It's just life has just been unbelievably expensive. I mean, I'm super fortunate that like my wife can stay at home and raise our two little beautiful children, but like that just puts even more financial
pressure
burden on me, and it's like I said, I'm very fortunate that we can do that. But it's just, man, the expenses this last year and a half, whatever, have been unbelievable.
Yeah.
I'm really impressed that people are able to just sustain, because we've been forced to make some cuts for
got to
sure.
make some sacrifices.
A lot of people. I don't know how a lot of people are doing it. I honestly don't.
Yeah.
I mean, looking at fuel costs and obviously groceries, and then you get into things like just you can't even go to fast food. Well, listen to the episode and you'll hear what we went on about. It's just
it's all good.
Shrinkflation, baby.
All good.
So.
If you got Chris money, it's all good.
Right. Yeah. No. Chris hates spending money. He really does. So
that's why you have money.
It's good to get caught up with you, Kevin. Appreciate you popping in.
That's awesome.
Answering the phone, as Jason said. And look forward, man. Hopefully, we see you out on the lake bed one way or another.
Oh, we will. You're going to be out there, yeah.
Oh, I'll be there full tilt. I guarantee I'll be helping Derek and Megan if they're racing.
Yeah. Oh no, Megan's racing.
Yeah,
she's racing. It's happening.
Yeah, I don't see how she couldn't.
No,
I mean,
happening.
Derek and I have the same conversations about life and the expense of money and all those things. But those two are so pot committed.
It's all in, baby.
It's happening.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
I love it.
Yeah, I'll be there for sure, helping them, no question. But yeah, what else I'm doing while I'm down there, I'm not really sure. But I'm if anybody's got any cool ideas, I'm game.
Well, we need people to wash dishes at Hammertown Heights. We're looking for a dishwasher, so you're more than welcome to apply for that position.
There'll be plenty of bourbon in Hammertown Heights, that's for sure.
Yeah, we pay you with bourbon.
Yeah.
Okay.
If only I knew where to get some.
Lorenzo's looking for a groomer as well. That position's open as well for because that dust and the dirt really gets in his hair. So he's looking for a full-time groomer.
Bodyguard or something just to keep him safe.
Well, that's true too, because he has been known to. That's where the abduction happened.
He likes happy endings too.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Anyways, all right. With that, that, we're out. Hey, thanks, Kevin. Man, have a good time chatting with you. We'll be in touch soon.
Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Good night. Okay, Austin says call him. We're going to try one more time. That was good.
What? This is going to turn into a 3-hour episode.
No, we're at an hour right now. Try it one more time. His phone's fucked up. Okay, here we go. Oh my gosh.
You've reached the cell phone of Mike Austin.
Okay.
I'm done.
It's not happening. We tried.
We tried.
I tried.
Gave it a good college try.
I
All right. Well, we've covered a lot. We talked to Kevin Jones. We tried to talk to Mike Austin, but that didn't happen. So let's put a bow on this beastie. If you want to get a hold of Jason or Chris, you can call. Or not, well, call. Well, yeah, you can call.
You can call.
408-800-5169. Please feel free to leave a voice message, and it'll get played back on the air. And if you want to email Jason or Chris, we're at Jason or Chris at wheelingwineandwhiskey.com.
That's correct.
And then never, ever forget about the IG, because that's one of the best channels of communication directly to Jason.
Right.
And he'll be, I'm sure, posting a shit ton of stuff while he's actually at Trail Hero right now. So
yes.
Did be sure you're following the IG at Wheeling Wine and Whiskey for all the updates and all the shenanigans and fun that he's having down there. Shenanigans. It's like Bennigan's, but different.
Yeah. Exactly.
And then, of course, never forget about our website, wheelingwineandwhiskey.com, where we have all of our merch. And, of course, you can buy or, click on Element Fire Extinguisher to buy fire extinguisher.
Yeah, on the website.
On the website. And also, like I said, our merch is there. So sweatshirts, T-shirts, hats, koozies, whatnot.
Everything.
And that, we're rolling into the holiday season.
Oh, here we go. Here goes the holiday speech. You ready, Chris? Go ahead.
So if you represent the Wheeling Wine and Whiskey crew by buying your loved ones, some of our merchandise so they can represent. And then, like I said, the holiday, nothing better than a gift of Wheeling Wine and Whiskey under the holiday Christmas tree.
There it is.
We're not going to say happy holidays, right?
No, not now.
Merry Christmas? No.
Yeah, no.
Happy Thanksgiving. Fuck it.
What the hell?
The holidays are right around the corner.
Lorenzo's over here shaking his head. You are way, way off base here.
I'm just trying to push it. So,
all right, there it is.
Yeehaw. Anything else?
Nope. That's all I got.
All right. I guess we're out.